I did it for 3,000 people on my own.
For the very first time?
First time, 3,000 people. I made the puddings, I made the salads, I made the ice creams for everything for 3,000. And the quality stall was next to me and I was very shocked. I says, what is this? Mera to koi bhi nahi aayega, nobody is going to come to me. But it was really shocking. Not even a single person went to quality. Everybody wanted my ice cream. I never could imagine I'd be Madam Shri one day. So I developed about 40 flavors on my own.
Right.
Ludhiana, nobody knew what the puddings are, what the salads are. Ludhiana was such a backward place. I just did it at my back of my house only, a small ice cream unit. I used to work for 18 hours a day. Just tell me the name, what you want to put the name on it. So let me think. He said, no thinking, you have to tell me just now. So I said, okay, I'm making with cream, let it be cremica only. And people started talking about me, she's mad, she's done this thing, and people started saying stupid things about me and all. I feel that when they start working and then they get comments. Comments are many bad comments also. तो कल्ली किथे जाएंगी, कल्ली किस तरह आएंगी, ये कैसे होगा, वैसे कैसे होगा. That is these things are wrong. Still supply to KFC, Burger King, and Subway also. We are the suppliers to them. So we were the first ones who started making eggless mayo. IPA came and that also broke the records by 98%.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
My success, I believe, is my quality. And we are the only ones in India who have all the automatic machines, all from abroad, everywhere. And we are the only ones in India who are making bread untouched by hand. And now, just with the grace of God, we are supplying to 67 countries in the world.
When anybody used to step in, they used to shake hands with my male co-founder, and I usually just got a nod. I kept noticing it for a long time that there was always this disparity, you know, like maybe as a male, you to show respect, you're not going to shake their hands.
When they're married also, they are ill-treated by the husbands and the in-laws. When I was giving a speech, so I just said I'm part of it. I'm the sister of Mr. R.K. Talwar. I got a standing ovation of 1,000 persons.
Wow.
He left his job because Indira Gandhi wanted undue things to be done, which he refused to do it.
We finally started normalizing women as entrepreneurs. But back when she started in 1978, there was a solid stigma around women in business. In fact, hardly ever would you see anyone step out of the house. And yet she managed to create something so huge, Cremica, her legacy, her brand, Mrs Bector's Cremica. First of all, kudos to you, ma'am, for creating that, and welcome to Scoop Out with Khyati.
Thank you so much for the compliment.
Let's start from the very beginning.
Yeah, sure.
Let's try to understand, again, as I said, there I'm sure we can't imagine right now the kind of difficulties you faced in the beginning. I know baking was a passion for you. It started out of your kitchen. When did it start getting entrepreneurial?
In fact, I was a hobby. It was a hobby converted into profession. My hobby was to make new things and just go for learning also some things. And I used to keep on attending some classes or something like that. But I then used to edit, because the first thing I did was a course in PAU. There was a dairy technology. It was one subject was vanilla ice cream in it. Otherwise, the butter and the other things were there, ghee and all these types of things were there. But I wanted to create something. It was my habit of creating things. So I developed about 40 flavors on my own. On my own, and toppings on that. In fact, there was a dean over there. He was a triple doctorate from Harvard, America, and Switzerland. And he was the dean there, and he used to tell me, Mrs. Bector, I can't make so many flavors. How you have developed? Then he started sending students to learn from me. So those were the things which then I used to create things. Then whom to feed? My children were in school and boarding. They were not with me. So I was all alone in the house with my husband. So whom to feed? I used to call children's friends, my friends' children, and everybody to come for swimming at my house and all. And then used to feed them. And then I used to call everybody else and all. So it kept on happening like this for quite some time. So then there was a person here, he was a doctor, he was a friend of ours. He said, why you're wasting your time? Why don't you start working? I said, what work I can do? I can't do any work here. What can I do? There's nothing. So, no, he compelled me. He said, you must do it. I was in America when I was studying there. He used to tell me, there the McDonald's started on a dairy. And now see the McDonald's, where is it gone? I says, ma'am, not McDonald's. don't tell me all these things. I'm just a hobby. It's a hobby. That's all. I love to do all these things. So he pressurized me. He was a very good friend of ours, my husband's friend, very
Right.
fast friend, and family friend like that. And he said, no, you have to do it. Then there used to be, Ludhiana was a very small town at that time, and a very, very backward town, to be very frank. So there used to be fates on those days. There were just many fates. So I said, chalo, let me make ice cream and like, take it to the fete. So I took, the first thing was that I took my ice creams to the fete for the selling. And the quality stall was next to me, and I was very shocked. I says, what is this? Mera to koi bhi nahi aayega. Nobody's going to come to me. Everybody's going to quality. Who's going to come to me? But it was really shocking. Not even a single person went to quality. Everybody wanted my ice cream.
Wow.
Even the quality people who were doing their work, and they also wanted to eat the ice cream and see what is there in it.
Really?
So it became a hit. And then there was another fete, 3-4 fates I did it. So then it said, this over. My business is over. I've done it. So then one of my friends said, there's a party at my house, you have to make it. I said, don't be silly, I'm not going to make anything. So no, she pressurized me, so I made it for her also. Then there was a MLA here, which was the main thing which really made me go. He said, my daughter is getting married, and I was an elderly person. He says, you have to make everything, salads and puddings, you make very good ones, and I assume everything will be done. I can't do it, I don't have any help or anything, because I never used to have any help. Only one servant with me and all to help me, that's all. So I said, no, I can't do it. He said, nahi karti to mat kar, then I will tell everybody, isne nahi kiya kuch bhi, I will not make anything. So he was like a fatherly figure like this. He used to say, I love me quite a bit. So I said, no, you have to. Then can you imagine, I did it for 3,000 people on my own.
For the very first time?
First time, 3,000 people. I made the puddings, I made the salads, I made the ice creams for everything for 3,000. And such a layout was there. And everybody was coming and not going to wish them, and they were coming to see Mrs Bector has done a wonderful job. Just see kya saman hai. Ludhiana, nobody knew what the puddings are, what the salads are. Ludhiana was such a backward place. So that was a big thing which happened. Then everybody started coming to me. Then my husband said, if you want to do anything, so you better do it properly. Why can't you do it like this? But no, I don't want to do it. Then again people started coming to me and all. Then I just did it at my back of my house only. A small ice cream unit, small one, ice cream unit, and I started making puddings and ice cream. And by word of mouth, people started coming to me, but I never used to believe in any servant or anything. There was only cleaning and all. I used to work for 18 hours a day. And my staff started going to all over Punjab, to Delhi, to UP, everywhere. The staff was going.
Wow.
It started for puddings and ice creams and everything. And then the Cremica also came like this. When I started the first day, when I was about to start, my husband called me from his office. He says, my person is going to the office and just tell me the name, what you want to put the name on it.
Okay.
Because I said, let me think. He said, no thinking. You have to tell me just now. So I said, okay, it will be, I'm making with cream, let it be Cremica only. That was a 1 minute show. That was a 1 minute. No, not thinking at all.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a 1 minute only.
That was instant, whatever came to
yeah,
your
what
mind.
it came.
Yeah.
So that's how it started, and it kept on working for many years. And you cannot imagine how many clipping I got from the town. People started talking about me. I came from a very forward family.
Okay.
And by chance, I was married to in Ludhiana because my husband was going to Oxford for his research.
Okay.
So, but somehow he was the only son. His parents used to cry so much. We will go. Who will take care of us and all. So I compelled him not to go. My marriage was done because of he was going to Oxford. Because my parents, because I was a family well like that. My nana also studied in Oxford.
Okay.
And the whole family was very highly educated family and all. I came from a service background, not from business family at all.
Okay.
And then I just told him, I will not go. Let's not go. Because I was supposed to go from here and not staying here. Ludhiana was such a backward place because even going for a movie was not allowed to go. For a lady.
Right.
Nahi, ye to bahut galt hota hai. It's very bad. Ladies should not go. But my husband was forward. So he said, no, we'll go. There was no problem. And we used to go, because there was no place at all. People used to be, and people started talking about me. She's mad, she's done this thing. And people started so stupid things about me and all.
Right.
But I used to face everybody. I was very bold. And my husband's support was there to me. He said, do whatever you want. I will not ever, even at any time, I'm not going to tell you why you have done it. I used to really scold the men folk also, the ladies also, everybody. I said, come in front of me and I'll teach you a lesson now. What you are and what I am. So that's how it kept on happening. I started making bread also from there.
Okay.
The biscuits I used to make it, oven biscuits. The puddings and salads were there. That started happening till 90. In 90, I put up a biscuit plant. Pehle I put up a bigger bread plant, then a biscuit plant.
Okay.
Then it started, then I needed the professionals for that. That was the time I needed a professional.
Up until then, it was just you
no,
and
not
some
just
help.
me and my just cleaning servant, that's all.
Just one
Bas,
person.
that's
With 3,000 people wedding also, that
yeah,
was you
that,
and
I was
one
doing
help.
for 10,000 people.
Oh my God.
Yes, 10,000 people. I have done it in Amritsar for, I think, 2-3 times 10,000 people.
Wow.
People, you know. Because I used to do 3-4 orders in a day. And they used to go in tampons and all. No? That this used to be everywhere going there.
Right.
With packed and everything. So this was happening like this only. So in then I needed the professionals because of all the techniques and all machineries and all, we needed professionals. Then I employed the professionals. You know. Then we kept on, from there also we started supplying to the army, railways also from there.
Okay.
So, then after 5 years, the McDonald's came in.
Yeah.
After 5 years, 95, the McDonald's people, they were in India searching for the supplier. They were not finding anybody. Then somebody told them in Delhi, you go to Mrs Bector.
Okay.
So she may be helpful to you. Then the team of about 10 persons came here, and then they saw my working and all, and they'd say, no, we'll work with you. Then they did the trials. Then they did the trials and all, and they did the trials for 1 year because the wheat was not going right with it.
Okay.
Then we called them from Madhya Pradesh, and then they started it.
Okay.
Then we started, we began the suppliers to McDonald's all over India.
Okay. And you still are?
Yeah, we still. I am still a supplier to KFC, Burger King,
Okay.
and Subway also.
Okay.
We are the suppliers to them. And so, similar that in 95 we started making sauces and breadcrumbs also. Because McDonald only said, why don't you start making sauces and mayos also. We were the first ones who started making eggless mayos.
Okay.
Our every product is eggless.
Okay.
There's
Every product
yeah, every
is
product
eggless.
is eggless.
Okay.
We are not using egg anywhere.
Okay.
So it's only vegetable, because we were selling quite a bit of stuff for Radha Swamis also.
Okay.
And they used to come and see the stuff and all. That thing. We never use any non-veg things over there.
All right.
We never serve also there in factories and all.
Okay.
So that's how it started going ahead. And we are the ones who have, you can say, sauces, and then we developed our own mayos. We had first one the mayos and the sauces and all, ketchup and everything.
Okay.
And then other types of sauces are also there. And then I developed many salad flavors and all, salad dressings and all in it. So there were so many things which were added by us, only that.
Okay.
So that's how it started. That was first in collaboration with Chicago Quaker Oats.
All right.
First, that we were in collaboration with them, and then afterwards they sold it to some person, and he was not ready to work in India. He said, "You better take it yourself. I'm not going to work in India." So then how we started it. So lately, then afterwards, it keeps on happening like this for quite some time. It was happening like this, and then we just made the factories. One factory was opened in. Then I have 3 sons.
Yeah.
About 8 years back, I have separated them.
Okay.
I have separated them.
Okay.
One is looking after the bread and the biscuits, and Akshay is looking after the sauces and all. And my eldest son, he's most of the time for the ice cream, and plus he's more for stocks and all. He's interested. It all depends on everybody's interest.
Of course.
So then you don't want to have the interference.
Definitely.
Everybody's attached to each other. There's no problem at all. So that is the main thing is, this is the binding, which really, then everybody has different ideas. Then because my children wanted to join me when they came back,
Yeah.
then they came back for colleging because Akshay also did engineering, and youngest one was also doing CA and all, and then everybody was educated and all,
Yeah.
and then they wanted to join me. I ever say no, I will not let you join, but they pressurized me, they wanted to join me. They also joined me, and with their joining and all, now we have the biscuit plant also is in Rajpura, Ludhiana, Rajpura, Una. Then we have in Delhi, the English oven bread is ours.
Right.
That is also there. That's in a very big way we are doing it over there. Then we have in Bombay, we have in Bangalore, and now we have just opened in Indore also very big unit, and then Rajasthan also many things, Calcutta also we're opening one.
Right.
So because you have to supply everywhere to all the people over there and all that, you want to just go ahead with it, but we wanted to go slowly, not going just say hey why. Then our about in 2020 we did it the IPO also, the younger son.
Right.
IPO came and that also broke the records by about 98%.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So that was a record beaten IPO. So that was a really, this is a faith people have in me. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
I think that is the main thing. People have faith that nothing will go wrong.
Definitely. And you need that kind of faith to keep going ahead.
Keep going ahead. That's the main thing.
One question, going back again a minute, there were naysayers. When you were talking in the beginning, there were people who were telling you, holding you back not to do this, right?
Yeah.
Are there any comments that stuck with you and you wanted to either like you took it in a way that I want to prove them wrong? Were there any particular comments that really motivated you to, prove yourself?
No, I never used to bother for anybody, to be very frank. Because when the ladies, I feel that when they start working and then they get comments, comments are many bad comments also. Because people just add to your character also.
Right.
Yeah, that is the main thing which really matters for ladies. Because when you are working, you will be coming late also. You'll be coming doing things also. You'll be meeting also. Because this thing, I'll just tell you, my husband had so much faith in me. I was very active socially also. I was very active socially since beginning. There used to be just like IPO and EO and all, YPO and all. YPO is there and EO is there. There. Our times was the Rotary and Lions.
Okay.
Our times was the Rotary and Lions were there. We were the Lions member. And I became the Lioness chairperson of North India. From Delhi to JK was under me. And there were about, you can say, 450 men folk, and I was the only lady in that. And then I was going all over. Then my husband couldn't follow me everywhere. So he has his own work.
Of course.
He was not with me, working with me first.
Okay.
So that was his own work was there. So then he couldn't go that way. He was alone. So they say, you carry on with yourself. So I was carrying on myself.
Right.
When you are right, then you cannot tolerate nonsensical things.
True.
Then that's the main thing. We cannot tolerate. If you are wrong, then you can still say, chalo, koi baat nahi, he has said anything or that. But if you are not wrong, then you are not going to take it.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the main thing.
Right.
So it really happens like this because you have to be bold. The lady has to be bold to work. That is the main thing. Because and then your passion. That is the main thing. I just believe in the passion. My thing is always there. Whatever is a passion, because I go to universities and all for talks and all also, but I always say to the students, just go after passion. Don't see what your parents have said, your father has said, do this thing, you have to do it. No, do whatever you feel like doing because you will be only successful after your passion.
Right.
Passion is the main thing which makes you go.
Right.
You cannot go ahead otherwise.
So I have a question about that. A lot of passionate people, they start businesses out of their backyards.
Backyard.
So, but not all of them are able to make it big. What would you give most credit to for your success?
My success, I believe, is my quality. Quality of my stuff, which I maintained. I was very considerate about my quality. Until today, I am very considerate about my quality and all. My children are also following me. And they are not compromising on the quality. We never compromise on quality at all. That's the main thing which really makes you go. Life. In fact, then you have to really work hard for that. You have to work hard and sincerity. Sincerity is that. And work like a worship is my motto in life. That is the main thing. And everybody thinks that we are perfect. Now we can do everything. No, you are never perfect. Every day is a learning day. Till today is this age also, I have to learn some things.
Right. That's very true. Quality, when you talk about quality, how are you able to maintain? I can imagine thousands of products are leaving your
Yeah.
factory every day. How
Yeah.
is that quality
The
checked?
quality has to be maintained because, in fact, telling you because of the ingredients now,
Hmm.
in our factories we have different labs
Hmm.
where whatever the material comes,
Hmm.
we get it tested.
Hmm.
Then only the material can go inside.
Okay.
Otherwise, it cannot go inside
Hmm.
unless it's tested. So,
Hmm.
tested materials have to be there,
Hmm.
and the proper whatever are the recipes have to be
Hmm.
followed. They
Hmm.
are have to, and we are the only ones in India who have all the automatic machines,
Hmm.
all from abroad,
Okay.
everywhere,
Hmm.
and we are the only ones in India who are making bread untouched by hand at
Hmm.
all,
Okay.
because our machines are like that. Okay, if you are just put your hand like this from here to here, also the machine, all the machinery will stop working.
Okay.
So it
Very
is like that. The
precise.
English oven is made like that.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So we are doing the latest
Hmm.
technologies you are using.
Hmm.
So these were the always, and this was when I was not having those type of stuff. Still, I was very particular, because why I never used to allow any servant to work for me making ingredient
Hmm.
things and all,
Hmm.
because I never used to believe in them. You know,
Hmm.
ye kuch kharab kar denge, they will do
Hmm.
something wrong somewhere or I'm not going to, because I
Hmm.
don't want any complaint. I never got any complaint anytime. That is the
Hmm.
main thing, which really makes you the go.
That's very
Go ahead, you
big. That's
know. Yeah.
very big.
So you are not getting any complaint or
Yeah.
anything, and
Yeah.
everybody is appreciating. From everywhere, I used to get the
Hmm.
appreciation. That's
Hmm.
the main thing which really
Hmm. So
matters.
you believe it was in your hands, that's why it
Yeah,
could
that's right.
happen. Okay, so I want some insight into you as a leader. I'm just going to ask quick
Yeah,
questions. You
yeah,
can
yeah.
choose whatever you
Uh,
rely on. So, first of all, do you rely more on intuition or strategy?
Strategy,
Collaboration or centralization?
collaboration,
Quick decisions or well thought out decisions?
well thought out,
Okay. Planning or spontaneity?
planning.
Planning.
Yeah.
Do you look at the big picture more or the little things more?
From little to big,
Little to big.
little to big.
Yeah.
You can't go just in one day. You can go very big. It takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time. So you have to really work now.
And do you rely on your heart more or your head more?
Head.
Head. Great. So now we have some insight into you as a leader. I also want to understand whether you are interested in investing personally and if your portfolio is more prone to risk averse. What does it look like? Investment in terms of stocks, mutual
Yeah, yeah.
funds, and everything. Are you an investor? Do
No,
you
I am not
personally
investor. I
you
am not
just
investor.
you
Now the
delegate
age
that?
has come. I don't want to invest, and I'm investing in my
Right.
because that's enough. The children are interested. They are
Yeah,
doing it.
they're doing it.
So doing it is fine, because after a certain age, now I don't go to the factory also, to be very frank, because whenever they need anything, they ask me for everything. For everything, all my children ask me, "Okay, this thing, you had this problem is there, you come and solve it. This recipe is something is wrong. They have to get it passed by me,
Okay.
or whatever they start making new, it has to be passed by me, and they only prefer that I should pass it. That is the main thing, because my taste bud was such that I could say anything for that. I can till today I can say that. So that was the main thing which really matters. And I tell them, no, this is not right, this is right, this is not right. So that's how we are just doing it. And now, just with the grace of God, we are supplying to 67 countries in the world.
Right.
So this is the thing, because people are liking our working and all.
Of
That's the
course.
thing. Sincerity is there.
Hmm.
We don't want to play with anybody. That is the main thing with us. If a small problem is there, I'll immediately call the officer. This is wrong. This is wrong. This has to be done wrong.
Right. Can you remember a moment, a specific moment, or a specific day when you knew that Cremica was finally a brand? Initially, I know it was just a name. It was something you were working towards building a brand. But then this moment, like maybe somebody came up to you and said something, or anything that happened, and you knew, yeah, now Cremica is a brand and it is.
No, nothing like that has happened in my life, because I never thought I'll go that big, to be very frank. And slowly it was going high and high and high and high. That was the thing which really mattered. And I never could imagine I'd be Padma Shri one day, because that was also very shocking news to me for that, because I could never imagine that. But I just thought, okay, I'm working, that's fine, because I don't have that type of ambitions also.
Right.
In fact, I have been awarded many times for so many things. I have been awarded, even by Abdul Kalam, even by Pranab Mukherjee, and all. Even if I'm a service projects also, Defense Minister Jagjeem Ram has also honored me. I was given a prize for working in the wartime and all. Because I used to be a very big social worker also. So
Okay.
I used to work for that. Till today, I feel like doing something for the society and all that.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Now we're on to the section that is my personal favorite, and I
Huh?
call it the uncomfortable corner
Yeah.
because we'll talk about a few topics that might, be a little uncomfortable to talk about, but they're important conversations we need to have
Mm.
in order to fight the gender roles that still exist in the society. Even though we've
Yeah.
come very
Yeah.
far
Yeah.
from what you have
Yeah.
seen to what we are seeing today, but there is still a long way for us to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a few questions about
Yeah. Yeah.
that. My very first question to you, ma'am, is that do you think that there is still resistance towards women in power? Do you think people are still a little resistant to having more women in power?
Yes, people are. In fact, there are many problems. In fact, business also, there's a problem, or working services also. Nobody likes to have a woman there because they think it to SE have five hardly matters. We can just tell anything to her and think, no, this is right, wrong. Women are more powerful. They can do whatever men folk did not do. I feel that way because they're more stronger. They're more stronger. But somehow I just feel there is a one problem which I feel is very, very bad, which is very bad in our country and our society. Girls are not favored that much, to be very frank. And when they're married also, they are ill-treated by the husbands and the in-laws. That is also there. And I think there should be some law. We should really do something for them because I feel it that way. Because when you hear the stories about many people, they are ill-treating their daughter or they are ill-treating their husband. Because in Punjab, mostly I was feeling it, there's so much of drugs. Because of the persons, boys who are men who were taking drugs, they are ill-treating their wives very badly. And they are getting all the sufferings. And nobody is there to help them. Even their in-laws are with the son. Because I'm seeing in so many families this thing is happening. I think there should be some law for such days. The families who are suffering like this. This is really sad. I'm not in favor of all this. I just feel it that ladies are not getting, still till today, they are not getting that much of favorism they should get from the law.
Right.
Yeah, that's
So you think a law can
change. Yeah, law
solve
can just
that?
do it for them.
Yeah.
Because there are some, everybody thinks नहीं जी लड़की गलत है, फलाना गलत है, ये गलत है, वो that's wrong. That आजकल ठीक है. I just believe it that some girls are misbehaving also. That's there is there. They are not realizing what they should do. They are also there. There's a part is there. That is no doubt about it. But some ladies who are suffering from these things, they should get some law to do better. And at least they should be working. They are not allowed to work also. They are not allowed to go ahead also. तो कल्ली किथे जाएंगी, कल्ली किस तरह आएंगी, ये कैसे होगा, वैसे कैसे होगा. That is these things are wrong. And everybody should have the faith in their daughters and their daughter-in-laws. Wherever they are going, they can save themselves. And the girls should also show themselves that they are right.
They're capable.
Capable of doing it.
Yeah.
That is the main thing which really matters.
That's true. This reminds me of a dialogue from Dil Dhadakne Do where they say, मैंने अपनी wife को permission दी हुई है करने की, and then the other person says, why does she need your permission? Like that concept of girls either taking permission from their parents and then eventually their husbands, their in-laws.
Because they are just independent. They are dependent on the families. Why should they be dependent? They should also have the liberty to do such things.
Yeah, exactly. My next question is, do you think women make better leaders?
Yeah, they make better leaders because they have something in them that they can see the bad and plus points and are there. Plus points are also there, minus points are also there. So they are more, I think, about these things they can learn that better.
Now, personal finances, I think even today, mostly men take care of that, in terms when it comes to finances. Even if a woman is working, still in terms of taking care of the finances, filing taxes, and even like basic stuff like that is still majorly done by men. Do you think that needs to change? And if yes, then how can it be changed? It
can be only changed if the ladies are learned properly. Some ladies are not that much learned about the finances. So naturally the husbands, they are more learned about these things, that they take care of that. That's the main thing. And then your employees, you employ the CA, you employ the when the stuff becomes, the business becomes bigger and all. So naturally sometimes you don't understand. Either they should have the proper education about understanding everything. That is the main thing which really matters for the finances.
Right.
They should also have the hold. But if they are learned, they can hold the finances also themselves.
Right.
They don't have to go ahead.
Right.
Finances also be for everything. When you're increasing your business, you have to take the loans, you have to pay the taxes, you have to pay everything there, everything there.
Of course.
So you have to follow it.
Right. Now, I'd like to share a personal story with you that I have noticed. So, when we started working, we used to meet a lot of people on a regular basis. And so, it's me and my male co founder. And when anybody used to step in, they used to shake hands with my male co founder. And usually just got a nod, like a greet nod, and then they would sit and start going on.
Yeah.
I kept noticing it for a long time that there was always this disparity, like maybe as a male, to show respect, you're not going to shake their hands. For some reason, they thought this was their way of showing respect.
In fact, in India, it's that like that.
In India,
not
it's
abroad.
like that.
Abroad
Exactly.
is not. India is that.
Yeah, but now what I started doing is I started extending my hand first.
Because whenever we have visitors, we have the buyers from abroad, they always shake hands with you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because I'm elderly now, they can see their namaskar and all. But hello was the system was not before that also. It was only between the friends.
Yeah,
that's
true.
only.
But my question here was that, like, I'm sure you sit in a lot of rooms with a lot of men, have you noticed any such show of disparity, any such example that you have in your mind that this was happening constantly that you want to share with us?
No, nothing like that. Everybody has given me respect since beginning. So I just don't have that type of a feeling at all, to be very frank. But some ladies might be getting it. Because unless everybody is respected that way.
Right.
To be that way.
Right.
Because sometimes they are neglected. They are not offered that respect which they should get it. Yes.
All right. So my next question is a little bit about the personal life. So I'm a mom to 2 kids, and when one of my kids falls sick, I am the default parent to take a day off from work and take care of them. And this is just one of the many things that women are just expected and supposed to do, and they're supposed to prioritize family over work. It's just a given. So do you think that holds us women back from reaching our full professional potential?
In fact, that main thing is that whatever you may say, the mother is a mother. The lady, the mother, whatever, the way she can handle the sick person or the sick child, the men folk cannot handle that way. So if the elderly also fall sick, the ladies are there to help them out.
Right.
The children are the main thing. And the mother's the feelings are such that mother won't be able to leave the child.
Right.
My mother feeling is such.
Yeah.
She may say anything, but she won't be able to go and leave the child behind alone. Husbands, now I have seen some boys, in my family also have seen, they are educated children, everybody, but still they are taking care of their small children also. They are bothered about them, like the wives are also working and everybody's in the factory and all, but they are also doing it, but still the mother has that touch in them, that you cannot avoid that.
Right.
That thing is always there.
That's true.
Indian mother, I especially feel, has that.
True.
That has, but feeling is there. You cannot leave the child and go. That's it, because in fact, husband should also participate in full way. Whenever is there some koi zaruri ho jata hai, something is very must, you have to do it and all. So then the wife has to go and the husband has to sit and all. That's a different thing. Because they are also same way pampering the children and everything. There's no problem.
That's true.
But the lady has that feel is there. That pinch cannot leave the lady.
That's true. That's very true. I would imagine you at work is somebody who's a very clear-headed, disciplined person, making strict decisions. What about you at home? You are also the woman of the house. So can we get a glimpse into that?
No, I am not a strict person.
No?
No, I never scold anybody.
Okay.
Till today, I have never scolded even my sons or even daughter-in-laws, not even once, neither even the servants.
Wow.
If I scold them, after some years for one day, they say, "Aaj zarur humne gadbad kari hogi kuch."
Wow.
The mother has said, because I am a very humble person, I am very down to earth. I can go to a poorest person's house and sit in her downstairs and eat a chapati with her. I will not mind that. I am that type of a person. For me, nothing is that great. He's rich or poor. Everybody is same for me. And I go to everybody's house also for everything. Because everybody is a person, a human being. All are good people. Because if they don't have money, doesn't mean they don't have the love and affection for you.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Anything about you as a person outside of work that we don't know, or anyone watching this doesn't know about you? Anything?
No, nothing. I'm a very forward person. I love to enjoy myself. Since beginning, my husband was also very fond of traveling. I have traveled all around the world, many times everywhere, and I love to travel till today. Still not feeling that great now, health-wise also, but still my children also, I have no inhibition for anything. I will love for go to any party or anything because I love to host parties also, to be very frank. My husband was very fond of hosting parties and all. So this is a life which I have to lead. Life has to go on, not like this kid, you have to become rigid. I am a very religious person. I have to do my puja for 2 hours in the morning. That's a must for me. That's a must since years.
Yeah.
like
What time
that.
do you wake up?
I don't wake up very early. I can wake up at 6 or 7, anytime between that.
Okay.
But I do it and then I just proceed in my life. Because I don't work without that. That's a must for me.
In the end, I'd like to understand from you. I'm sure there are things that you're doing to encourage more young women, more Mrs Bector to build and like move their businesses out of their backyards. So can you share anything about any such initiatives that you are particularly, maybe at work, maybe outside of work, that you're doing?
I keep on telling all the girls to be working, you are working, you should work. But work has to be properly done. Not like this, if you want to just go beyond anything, you just want to spend money कि मैंने restaurant खोल दिया, मैंने ये कर दिया, वो कर दिया, मैंने factory ये काम कर दिया, this and that. That doesn't work. You have to work with the sincerity, and then you have to really work hard for it. You cannot think everything is going to fall on you and come to you in your in your cap. No, it is going to work very hard for everything. Everything you have to take it because the losses are also there, the profits are also there, and you cannot feel with every work second day only you are going to get money. No, it will take time with your efforts. Only then you can so be successful in life. For success, you have to work hard. And you have to work hard, and with sincerity you should work. Work like a worship and be sincere with truthfulness. Never want to, the people who just want to grab money, यहाँ पर ही कर दो तो we'll get more profit. No, then you cannot work.
As you said, lead with passion not for money, but lead
but
with
then
that.
Not for money. Money will come. But it will take time. It will take time. That has to be followed.
And if there's a young girl out there listening to this podcast and she's been told to shrink herself, to stay within limits, to be very careful, you know, what would you like to tell her today?
Me, I says do be in limits. So I will say because whatever finances you have to be in those because you cannot cross those limits. But in small limits also, you can show your personality, you can show your talent, everything yourself. All up, some girls, they think while dressing up, you dress up very well and all, it's fine. And with a small thing, you can dress up well. With a very ordinary cloth, you can dress up well. It's a style you have to maintain yourself. And the work you are doing, it has to be done like that. Because work has to be done like a proper worship. And be truthful to everything. Like that is the main thing which really matters. And never hide, because whatever I seen, my husband was in beginning. I have come from a family which I have a family background. My father was a Raisa because of his honesty. Then my brother was the chairman State Bank of India. And he left his job 8 years when unki job bhi rehti thi. 8 years were left. He left his job because Indira Gandhi wanted undue things to be done, which he refused to do it. He says, given writing, I will do it, otherwise I will not do it. He left the job 8 years before that. Before his job, he was going to become after 2 days, he was going to become the governor of Reserve Bank of India, my brother. So then he left it, and then the Morarji Desai came, and he brought him back, kidding, I will not do such things, you come back. He became the IDBI chairman. And he was declared the best banker of the world. My brother was declared. उनके बारे में books लिखी गई हुई हैं. Then he said, you will also do the same thing. He said, no, I will not do it. When Morarji died, Indira Gandhi came back. He took his resignation and handed it over to her. This is the resignation. I am not going to work for that. I tell you, I was awarded by State Bank of India a few years back in Bombay. So I went to take the award. Nobody knew about his sister. When I was giving a speech, so I just said I am part of it. And I am the sister of Mr. R.K. Talwar. I got a standing ovation of 1,000 persons.
Wow.
State Bank people. And the chairman and all the officials, they said, how you never told us, we never knew about it, you are his sister. So, There's one chair is running his name. An auditorium State Bank has made for his in his name, and so many books have been written about him. Even last year, Sita Ramanan talked about him in the parliament about my
Really?
brother.
Hmm.
Because the honesty, jo hai na, that is the really in our blood. To be very frank, in my children's blood, is also there. They are also like this. So that is the main thing which really matters. I believe in honesty
Right.
and truthfulness. That is the
Right.
thing.
Right. That's amazing. Thank you for giving us such good insight
Right.
into who you are, and so honestly, it
Yeah.
shows from your whole
Yeah.
podcast that honesty is a big, big
Big
integral
thing.
part of
Yeah.
you. So, and then again, kudos to you for building this empire that you
Yeah.
have, and it's
Yes, sir.
something that
Yeah.
very few women are able to do. Of course, a lot of credit to the people who supported you in doing
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
but still, kudos to you for
Now,
that.
now I just, it's my children's, I'm really loving their working and they're all following me.
Are your daughter-in-laws also working with you?
Yeah, they are also,
All
they are
of
not
them.
working that much, but they are
Okay.
just doing their own. One is, Akshay's wife is working in Delhi.
Okay.
Then here Anoop's wife is not working in the office much, but she's other ways around. And the daughter-in-laws are working.
Okay.
Daughter-in-law is working. And my eldest son, Ajay's daughter-in-law is an advocate from the High Court and Supreme Court.
Okay.
She's working for, she's a practicing.
All
She's a
right.
practice, yeah.
All right.
We never stop anybody.
Of
Whatever
course.
anybody wants to do,
They can do.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Conversations like this remind us that entrepreneurship doesn't always start with a plan. Sometimes it just starts with one belief, one decision, one step forward. This is what Scoop Out with Khyati is all about. It's Punjab's first women-centric podcast where we're spotlighting stories of women that lead, women that are challenging gender roles and breaking stereotypes. Thank you for watching.